All right, we're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STSPod.club production. Welcome, everyone. This is episode, we're going to be rolling into Mempho 103. I'm reviewing BT's Alone by Himself today. This is also episode 681. Gosh, 681 of STSPod.club. Guys, go to STSPod.club. You can join our Patreon. Go to the link of all links. Follow us. We do a Shiznit Minute every day. Also, brand new episode this week of Memphis legend Dutch Mantel. That's on STSPod.club. Remember, guys, we do hits, misses, MVP every week. What's happening? And must-see for the week. Now, episode 103, let's get on with the show. Hey, it's time for the hits of the week 103. That's right. Ray Collins started the show out with Big Swole. Oh, my God. Really, Big Swole looked fantastic today on episode 103, taking care of all the guys around the ring as they jumped in the ring behind the referee's back, all of the hot shots. And then, oh my God, the pounce. Oh, yes, do that for every match. Big Swole. Love the idea of getting him huge over. We don't see him as much as I want to see him, and he is actually not in the Cobra Cup tournament. But, oh, man, this is the way to get this man over, getting him ready for a possible title shot. That's right. We then had a clip of Alan Steele coming, talking to King Cobra, and then going back and giving Draco a Memphis Wrestling contract. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm like the way that they actually did that part of it. Instead of just a Draco coming on television and doing a match, we did have a little bit of a vignette there with Alan Steele. You know, Alan Steele's got his hands in things, and we all know he's a trainer by listening to some of the podcasts there. But it will be interesting to see what happens. Alan sits at the desk or something, and then someone slaps him or something. We got one more run in you, Alan Steele. We had clips of Zay getting his haircut, and then Blake Christian coming out. I love the idea of doing this gap that we didn't see, in the sense that Blake talks about Aaron and Zay and training with them. I was not familiar with this, but Blake is actually from the Trenton, Tennessee area. I was not familiar until y'all started talking about it on the show. I watched him on GCW. I watched him on New Japan Strong. He's a very, very good wrestler. I was excited. They made the match for this week. I thought it was going to be one of those things where, we're going to do this next week. But no, we had it set up for the main event today. Good history there. Good promo from Justin Case. Aaron's not scared to go face-to-face with Blake Christian. I love this. Love this piece right here. Uncle Mikey against Draco. Big, huge. I'm going to give a hits to the big, huge bump that main event Bradley took. Oh, man, that was a big bump. Uncle Mikey keeping him off the ring apron, or hitting him off the ring apron, and him taking a huge bump to the floor. Main event Bradley there. And then we talked about, Uncle Mikey did a promo talking about who's coming in to Memphis Wrestling. We have a whole family of Skimmerhorns. We have Uncle Mikey Skimmerhorn. We have Briar. We have Brad. And now we're going to have Uncle Phil. That's right. Uncle Phil's coming to Memphis Wrestling. I can't wait till we actually see him. I've been told he's a well-known person that has wrestled before in Memphis area. But we're going to see the incarnation of Uncle Phil. I can't wait. I'm giving a big hit for Barnabas. I really like his delivery on the promos. I'm not sold on Maurice the Strongman yet, but as I said on an earlier episode, this gimmick could go anywhere. You could do all kinds of things. Can we see the Elephant Man? We can see Wolf Boy. I mean, you name it. We can do all kinds of crazy stuff with this character. His interviews are very good. You understand everything he says, and he has a great gimmick. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that. We did the Cobra Cup. They actually showed the brackets. Big thumbs up for that. The four guys, and I'm going to mention them here just in a minute, but one of those guys, as we talked about, I talked with Terrence last week, one of those guys they're going to get a big push after this. You look at the two winners, you see where they went, where they are in when it comes to Memphis wrestling. You got Brett Michaels, who's the current champion. You got Mike Anthony, who had the belt almost all last year. Guys, the winner of this tournament is going to be a big, big, big deal. The winner of this tournament, I repeat, is going to be a big deal. We had Big Ben Bishop in the ring with Triple R with the win. It puts him against Vane, two of the big guys. Jason Vane against Big Ben when it comes to the actual Cobra Cup. And on the other side, Brother Red against Uncle Mikey. Oh, man. So those four guys, let me keep saying this. One of those four guys that wins will then be in line for a huge push for the year. Not only a huge push, let me get this over. What it means to win the Cobra Cup and how we made this part of Memphis wrestling. Here's what you're going to do. You win the Cobra Cup, you decide, what do I want? I keep saying Cobra Cup. Man, that's hard to say. What do you want? What title do you want? You want the internet belt? You want the tag team titles? You want the trios titles? You want the heritage title? What do you want? You get to make that decision and cash it in, baby. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we do with those four guys. And it surprises me that it is those four. Kind of looking forward to seeing how we get past Big Ben and Jason Vane. Just totally excited about that. The Cobra Cup. And we had the Posse. It just seems like everything was a hit today, but I wanted to mention the Posse there. They've really turned. Remember what I said on some of the very first episodes? They'll never, ever turn the Posse heels. Guess what? They're heels. They're evil heels. And they had a lot of stuff to say about Derek King, a little bit about Ray Sanders. I look for this to get a little more heated before we see the end of that feud. Let me tell you, Derek King's been in the ring many years with these two guys, and it's either they've been friends, enemies. I seen, a couple matches where they both were fan favorites, but that Simon and Derek King, they're always wanting to get in there and fight each other. Now, let's talk about the main event of the evening, of the day. Just a few minutes ago, Blake Christian versus Aaron Roberts. Excellent match. This was what I like calling a hybrid version of professional wrestling. Perfect psychology, too. We seen Aaron Roberts beating down Blake Christian and Blake making a comeback. Exactly what you want. You want the fans to get behind him. We had all kinds of fun stuff. At the very end, we had Big Dan coming out with Zay. Ended up with Blake Christian beating Aaron Roberts. Love a big hit. Let's bring Blake back. Man, that's hard to say. That would be, he could tag with Zay. He could do all kinds of stuff. Fun stuff. I kind of think we may have something going on where we have Big Dan and Zay Washington against Aaron Roberts with Justin Case. It was hinted to, so I'm excited to see if that's part of Super Bout. Guys, that was week 103, and that was the hits. All right, we're up to Misses for week 103. Not much going on here. I want they made Draco a little different, but by Allen giving him the contract, but he just seemed like just one of the guys, one of these guys that we bring in, and nothing against DJ Brown, but a heck of a talent, but just a DJ Brown, a Triple R. We get a little bit of that. We need to separate him. They did a perfect job when they did that. When they separated Ray Collins from that, we lose all the time. They actually gave him a gimmick, and it's okay to lose all the time when you're with the hot shots. You know, be interested to see what they do with Draco. Good looking kid, wrestled very good. I'm excited to see what they do with him. Also, we had just a little bit of sound problems every once in a while. But other than that, that is my only misses for the week. That's misses for week 103. BP. And I might have went with Blake, but he's just not part of the show all the time. And what I really liked about the show today was that opening segment, putting over Big Swole, the Swole Patrol. That's right, that pounce. Oh my God, watch that pounce. I loved it. My MVP for week 103 is Big Swole, Justin Cole. All right, what's happening? Well, what's happening with Aaron Roberts, Zay Washington? We're going to get some more of that feud. Like I said, they hinted to it. I hope we see it. We also got Toomer and Brett Michaels. That's what's going to be happening at Superbout. And Austin Lane doing a promo. Austin Lane against Boz for the title. That should be fun. That's what's happening. What's happening with you, Alan Steele? That's a shout out to Alan Steele. What's happening with you? We want to see another run with Alan Steele. Guys, that's what's happening for week 103. All right, guys, we're down to the last category of the night. Must see, that's must see for week 103. And our must see, it's got to be the main event, guys. It's got to be the main event. That is, and I mentioned this, it's a hybrid style of wrestling, high flying. Then we slow it down a little bit. Blake Christian he's a superstar, guys. New Japan strong. He has also worked GCW. There's people all over the United States and the world know who Blake Christian is. Great match with Aaron Roberts. Like to see them two guys tied up one more time, but go out of your way, watch the complete match, the whole angle at the finish. That is our must see for the week. Blake Christian against Aaron Roberts. All right, that wraps it up, and you guys know what I'm fixing to say. What am I fixing to say? Join us next week. That's right, next week. 1 p.m. Central Time. Same bad time, same bad channel. On the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I love my mama.